Merry Christmas!
Just hear the sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, ting, lovely weather for staying back together with you. Outside the snow is falling, friends are calling you. Come on, come on, come on.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I created these really easy Grinch inspired Christmas nails. So this is the very first set of my countdown to Christmas nails. So I went all out for this with all of the glitter that I could squeeze on one simple design. So if you would like to see how I completed this look, then just keep on watching. So guys, diving right in with today's tutorial, and I have already gone ahead and prepared my base. I did covered pink nails on all of the nails, leaving the pointer finger slightly thinner than the rest of the nails because I am encapsulating some glitter on that one. And now I'm going to go in with the very first of my base colours. So for the red today, I'm using Kiki London's Wildfire, which is the most Christmassy red I have ever seen in a gel polish. It's so bright, so vibrant and absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 coats of this, allowing each coat to dry for 30 seconds in my LED light in between. And this is on the pointer finger. Then I decided to add a little bit of pizzazz to the nails, so I'm going in with this super fancy glitter netting that I got from Nailart Supplies UK. It was super cheap. I bought it for some Christmas nails and I thought, hell yeah, I'm going to be putting it on. So I just used some Sally's quick dry nail glue. I popped that onto the bottom half of the nail and used a little baggie just to hold it until it was glued into place. But what I realised once I had done it is you did not see the netting, so I went ahead and added some extra glitter just so that popped at least. And now I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate the bottom layer of that nail and slightly just up into the top with some Ink London clear builder gel. So as you can see, I merely put the blob of gel to the middle where that netting was and just slowly worked it up to the top of the cuticle area because I didn't need a lot of gel on there at the moment because, as I've mentioned previously, I did do a whole encapsulating later on. So I just basically wanted the bottom half to have 2 layers and not as opposed to the top, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I just basically dispersed that until I had an even layer and then popped that into my LED light for 60 seconds. And now I'm going in with the next of my base colours. So this is Kiki London Blackpool, which is the most pigmented black polish ever. It's simply beautiful. So I'm going in with this onto the thumb, also the middle finger and also the pinky. And again, I do 2 coats on each nail, allowing each coat to dry for 30 seconds. And as you can see, this is a super pigmented polish, so you could possibly get away with 1 coat. I always like to do 2 coats just so I have an even layer, but this is an absolutely gorgeous black and one of my favourites. So now we're moving on to the glitter nails, and for that I'm again going to be using this Ink London ijel in clear. This is my favourite builder gel simply because it doesn't get as hot as some of the other gels I've used and I absolutely love it. I'm also going to be using a couple of glitters. So first up we have the Grinch, which is from the GlitterArty Nails Advent Calendar and is a really beautiful iridescent green mix. And also on the pinky I am going to be using the Smiley's Glitter Store Festive Mylar mix, which is just a Mylar mix full of green, red and golds. So starting with the pointer finger, which was my absolute favourite nail of them all, I start by adding a layer of that Ink London clear gel to the bottom half of the nail, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my glitter brush and apply some of that Grinch glitter on that wet gel. And then when I'm happy with how much I've built up that glitter, I do pop it into my LED light for 60 seconds just to make sure the light is penetrating all of that glitter and none of it goes anywhere. And then I top coat it with a base coat simply because I don't mind getting glitter in my base coat, but I hate it getting in my top coat, so I always use a base coat before I encapsulate the nail, meaning none of my glitter will move anywhere. And just look at how stunning that glitter is. And then for the pinky, I start with applying a layer of gelish top off to that nail. And then onto that wet gel, I once again apply the Grinch glitter mix to the top half of the nail. And then I add some of the Festive Mylar mix on top, just so this nail has a little bit of a pop of colour and brings in the rest of the colours, meaning this one has red in it, so it will match the reds and everything else, meaning my design will slowly come together. And then when I was happy with that glitter placement, I once again popped that into my LED light for 60 seconds, and then I top coated it with a base coat once again, just so none of it goes anywhere when I go in to encapsulate. And talking about that encapsulation, I once again am using my Ink London clear gel just to encapsulate all my glitter, so I have a filing layer and none of my glitter goes anywhere when I go into a buff and file these nails into shape. And finally guys, here is a quick look at my nails once I have done my base layer on all nails. So this is the nails before filing, and here is a quick look at the nails once I have filed and shaped all the nails ready for the nail art. So now moving on with the nail art, and I'm first going in with this Indigo Nails Sugar Effect Gel, which is the most beautiful white gel pen I've ever found. I absolutely love it. It's so thick and creamy and easy to work with. So using a stippling brush, I'm going to go ahead and stipple on some of that white gel polish onto the black base to give my decal that I will be putting on later on something to pop on. When I was happy with that, I did go ahead and pop that into my LED light for 60 seconds to fully cure that. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a layer of base coat to that nail, and this will basically give my glitter something to adhere to. And then I do a border around the whole nail. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Around the whole nail with the Grinch glitter, making sure I leave the middle empty. And now I will be placing one of these really cute Grinch water decals that I also got from Nailart Supplies UK, and I will leave the exact link to all of the products that I use in the description box below. And then also using the same Indigo gel pen, I'm going to be writing a little saying ho ho no on my pinky finger, just to give that a little bit of nail art also. So I just take my time to make sure I'm forming the letters in the shape and the space that I would like, and then I fully cure that nail for 60 seconds before I move on to the next step. Now moving on to the ring finger, I once again am going to be using the Indigo Sugar Effect Gel and a fine detail brush, and I'm going to start by adding stripes of the white going all up this nail. I'm only going to show you guys two, because at the beginning I was only going to do two, and then I was going to do something else at the top, but I changed my mind halfway through. But as you can see, I'm just doing a thick stripe of white gel on the bottom half of the nail, but again, as I've mentioned, I did do it on the top as well. When I was happy with the thickness of those lines, I did pop them into my LED light to fully cure. And then going in with Kiki London's Blackpool and a fine detail brush, I'm going to start adding some sort of lopsided lines going around this nail to give it a really sort of cartoonish effect. And then I also used that detail brush to add some tiny details on the inside of those white stripes as well, and then also on the red bits in between. They don't have to be too big, but just some sort of little detailing to give it that cartoonish effect. And then when I was happy with that, I popped that into my LED light again for a full cure. And finally guys, my last and final steps was to go ahead and buff those nails once again so I had a smooth finish, and I'm now going in with my gelish top off to give my nails a really glossy finish. And as you can see on the pointer finger, I did go ahead and add the Grinch, which was another little decal that I got in that set as well, just to the top of the nail and to give it the complete appearance. And then once again, my last and final steps in my manicure routine was to go ahead and pop that into my LED light for 60 seconds to fully cure that top coat. I then wiped away the sticky layer, washed my hands, I then sanitised my nails, and I'm now going to go in and finish off with some cuticle oil. So I will be using the Baroness X cuticle oil in peppermint, and I'm just going to really work that into my skin to make sure I'm adding all that nutrients back that we took away with all of the acetone and that kind of good stuff. So guys, once again, that is us finally reached the end of today's video, and I really hope you enjoyed my take on these festive Grinch nails. I absolutely love how they turned out, and they really did have a little bit of freehand in there, some decal work and some encapsulation, so it did have a little bit of everything that I love about nail art. And I finished off by adding some Christmas lights to the thumbnail just to tie in the whole design, and I absolutely loved how it finished, and I also hope you guys liked my take on these nails as well. So guys, if you did enjoy my first installment of my Christmas countdown nails, please give me a thumbs up. I would totally appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Kylie. I am a complete nail polish addict, and on this channel you will find everything from nail art to swatches, reviews and the occasional haul. So if that's something that piques your interest, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that notifications bell. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!